Do you want to know how to get cinematic shots no matter where you are? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how to create stunning footage using only 3 pieces of gear. And you're actually looking at one of them right now. If you're anything like me, you've been looking for like a way to make your stuff more cinematic. And, you know, people use that word cinematic so much, like cinematic. When I work with clients, they want, I want it to be cinematic. I want it to be cinematic. And I'm like, man, what does that even mean? And really, to be honest, cinematic just means a perspective on how you see things. And these 3 tools do exactly that. They give you a different perspective. For instance, take this setup I have right here. I have a C-stand. And my camera's connected to the Magic Arm, which is connected to that C-stand. Now my tripod, my little baby tripod, does not get really high. Like there's no way possible it could ever get this high. I needed a different perspective. And in that way, to some people, to my eyes, maybe to your eyes, it makes this more cinematic. It makes it more immersive because there's a whole different perspective that is shown to you all. And as you can see with this Magic Arm, I am connecting it to the fridge to get a different perspective because I want you all to see what's in my fridge. Nah, that's not really it. But no, I just want to try something creative, try something out of the box for a shot. Like I would love to use this shot for a short film or something like that. So yeah, this is the final result. Now, all 3 of these tools give you a different perspective, but the SmallRig by far gives you the most unique perspective in a way. As you saw in the beginning of this video, I had the SmallRig Magic Arm connected to my ceiling fan, which is right above me right now. That's a whole different perspective that the other 2 tools can't really do. Next, we're going to move on to the tripod. Now, the tripod is probably the most basic out of all 3 of these tools, but it is the most common. Everybody loves a good static shot. Some of the most cinematic images to me were just still on a tripod. The camera didn't move. So with this tripod right here, this is the K&F Concept. And basically it can do a lot. It's a travel tripod. It can get really low. It can get really wide, as you see in the video right now. And I just love how it has like an underslung mode. Like I think that is so dope. Most tripods do not allow you to get this low to the ground. And as you see, it's really easy. All you do is unscrew the bottom, take this piece out, slip it under, and you're in underslung mode and you can get as low as possible by adjusting the legs. And here's the result of that low angle. And last but certainly not least, we're going to talk about probably one of the most popular or rising popular tools, which is the suction mount by Ulanzi. Now, there are others like Neewer, and I think someone else has one. Oh, SmallRig, I think SmallRig has one. But I decided to go with the Ulanzi simply because of price. I'm not trying to spend $1 million just to get a suction cup for my small camera, which is a Nikon Z6 III. The Ulanzi is very easy to install. It's just a pushing mechanism that you use to make sure that it suctions to the surface that you want it to. Now, I would advise you to clean the surface as best as you can. Don't do what I did. I basically just blew my hot breath on it and wiped it off to try to get the dust particles off. That's probably not the best way to do it, but you know, and you probably want to make sure you're on a more flat surface. I noticed that the thing is really hard to get on surfaces that are a little curved. You got to put more pressure on it and push it in at the same time. And these are a couple of shots of how it worked out. Now, all in all, you do not need these tools by any means to make a cinematic image. Because there was a time where I was making cinematic images and I did not have any of these tools. These tools, they just help you see things from a different perspective, but also they help you with creativity. Some of you may be tired with just a tripod or just handheld and you want to try something different. And these tools are fairly inexpensive. I'll drop the links in the description with their pricing. I'm telling you, none of these were very expensive at all. So the way to make anything cinematic anywhere you are is understanding perspective and understanding movement, and then understanding lack of movement. I think if you understand those three things and you adjust them and use them as the story calls for it, if you're a DP or director, then I promise you anything you do will be cinematic. And before today's video is over, I just want to shout out Dehancer. I color graded this whole video using Dehancer. And if you want to color grade your stuff using Dehancer and you want to take your images to the next level, make them more cinematic, and hit that link in the description and you can get 10% off using my promo code CineSam. Again, everything mentioned in the video will be in the description. All right, y'all have a blessed day. Stay creative.